it's Auntie Judy.
Hi, it's Barry.
Hi, it's Jeff.
Hi, it's Ken.
Hi, it's Mama.
Hi, it's Connie.
Hi, it's Lori.
Hey, it's Curtis, and... Oh, I screwed up.
I think you got to leave it like that. Just leave it like that.
That was good.
I forgot I had to say my name. It is Curtis, and hey, geeks, when we're not at our favorite restaurant, Ohana, at the Polynesian Resort, we get all of our friends together for pot stickers, noodles, chicken wings, grilled steak, and bread pudding, and we go...
Geekin' on Walt Disney World!
Yeah! Woo!
Hey, have another drink.
Thanks, guys.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey, Disney World geeks. This week I talk with Amy Rhodes about her split stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge and Pop Century on episode 293 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, Soul Sister Holly, cousins Jen and EJ, and our Geekin' family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us listening to our show. Geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. And we take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family, so come join us in sharing our love for Walt Disney World and each other, and I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. Your vacation time is important. I believe so much you need to make your vacation time a priority in your life, and the number one tip we hear in our Geekin' family from our super geeks is that you need a plan before you go to Walt Disney World. You just can't wing it. We help people book and plan Disney World trips. We're Disney travel experts, and we're independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency, and at Disney World can be an overwhelming vacation to plan, but let Mama and Auntie Judy explain it all to you and help you create a great plan with fast passes and dining reservations and tips on the best rooms and resorts in Disney World. Join our Geekin' Family Inner Circle and you'll gain access to bonus podcast episodes, including 2 live trip reports from September's 2018 trip. Got a live trip report from Auntie Judy's living room. Kind of like that crazy intro I just played from a year ago. 3 live recordings from our January 2019 trip starting at the Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. And you're going to get our weekly email newsletter, the Geekin' Gazette, and a couple of freebie handouts, including a trip packing checklist and a spreadsheet to help you plan your trip like we use for ourselves and our travel clients. It's all free and available on our website. Just go to geekinonww.com/inner circle and sign up. Hey, geeks. Amy had such a fun meetup with Mama and Lindsay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge when Mom and Lindsay were down there on her graduation trip. Well, Amy made me laugh so much when she posted it in our Facebook group asking, "Hey, did I just see Mama?" She was in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Walked right, she was noticed. She tells the story in the beginning of this episode. And to give you the highlights, it is a split stay. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jambo club level. Oh, she goes into great detail of the food at the club level. Talks about the big pool and the big slide. She also does a little time at Pop Century. Her daughter really loves, she has a 3-year-old daughter. She really loved the Tramp, the Lady and the Tramp. And you know how they have those big statues that the kids love. Another Geekin' Family saying I think we just got from this trip, and it's the mama rail. It's the first time spoken here. I hope that one we hear again. The deluxe burger, yeah, we start getting into the food. How about the Backlot Express, Gasparilla's Island Grill over at the Grand Floridian, the Cape May Cafe, and be our guest for lunch. Footlong hot dogs have moved over to Cosmic Rays. I forgot the name of the entertainment guy there. I can't believe it. Sunny Eclipse, of course. His mom loves that guy too. Well, so I had to look that up, so it didn't sound all that foolish. Martha's Vineyard for a lounge. She did the Happily Ever After fireworks cruise. Really interesting to hear about that. The new attraction, Lightning McQueen. She tells some stories. She's a great storyteller. Surprise Fast Pass story. We ask her what's some fun things to do for kids, because she has a 3-year-old. She gets some really good tips for young kids and families. Reviewing the child care centers, for example. And then, again, just lots of tips for newbies. Amy does a great job. So let's go back down and hang out at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We go club level. We're going to go over to Pop Century, and we're going to take in a fireworks cruise at Disney World with Amy and her family. Wow, it seems like a while since I've done a trip report. I'm down. I don't have any stored up, so I'm ready to do a trip report. I'm excited always to do trip reports, and I'm excited to bring on my next guest. Let's bring her on. Her first trip was in 1988 when she was 3 and knocked on every single little door in Toontown. She's been 57 times to Walt Disney World, and her 3-year-old has been 13 times. And, you know, I love when I ask people for their 3 fun facts and they give me 6. So I'm going to go through all 6 of her intro. In 2005, she was on the dining plan when it first came out. She walked up to Le Cellier thinking that they would just walk in. When she couldn't get in, she went over to the UK payphone and made her first ADR. In 2009, she was engaged in front of Cinderella's castle during Wishes. She waded in knee-deep water from the bus stop to the gates of Epcot to make her dining reservations at 9 Dragons, and she cried the first time her daughter met Mickey Mouse. And she's cried every time after. It sounds like we have another Geekin' Family mom crier. You're in good company. Please give a warm Geekin' Family welcome to Amy Rhodes. Hey, Amy.
Hey, geeks.
How are you?
Wonderful.
I'm so excited you're coming on to giving me your trip report. You had some fun at your trip, I know, because I loved the post you did in our Facebook group. Tell everybody what happened and what you saw in Disney World.
We saw Mama and Lindsay.
And
that was our first celebrity sighting of the trip.
And you were surprised because they were down in secret at Disney World.
Right. And you had posted one picture of like, who's at Disney. And I was like, oh man, we're not going in the park today, you know?
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go to Animal Kingdom the next day. And I was like, well, they probably won't go to Animal Kingdom twice, you know?
Yeah.
Our room was right off the lobby and we were unloading the car to get to the room. We walked past and I saw them walk into the table, and I turned to my husband and I was like, oh my gosh, that was Mom. That was Mama. That was Mama. And he was like, honey, your mom's in the room. And I was like, no, Mama from the podcast. And he was like, well, see if that's really her. If it's her, go down there and say something. And so I posted on the Facebook group that maybe she's there, and that you said yes. So we went down and talked to her when we finished unloading the car.
She told me you guys had a fun chat. She had a good time meeting you. So I love that. Love that surprise meetup. Well,
yes.
Let's unpack some of these facts of yours. You've been going to Disney World for a long time.
Yes.
That is
a very long time.
How do you know it's 57 times? You've been actually keeping count?
I have a count.
Good for you.
I have a count from way back, like I already knew. And then when we went to get engaged. We went actually on tickets from 1991.
Oh, okay.
They were unused, and back then they didn't expire,
Right.
I guess. We used the 2 adult tickets that my husband's parents used when they went down there. Apparently, when they went, it was July, and they got rained out, and they just decided to go home instead of going into the parks for 2 more days.
Yeah.
So we used them, and they honored them as 4 park hoppers because there was only 3 parks when they had the tickets. Once we got engaged, we went on our honeymoon there. And after my husband paid for our honeymoon, he was like, honey, if we're going to do this, like, we're going to have to figure out a different way to do this because you cannot stay at these deluxe places on our budget. Because we both worked in the school system at that point. So that was not a possibility. So after that, after we got married, we started getting these little calendar, like magnet calendars from our insurance agent.
Yeah.
And that's how I started keeping count. I would circle the days that we went. And at the end of the year, I would total up how many times like we had been. So it's been 6 or 8 times a year, sometimes less. I went 5 times while I was pregnant. So yeah. And they were short trips because, you know, when school's out, if you have Monday off and I'm only 7 hours away, we're going to Disney World.
Yeah. Where are you from? Where are you from, Amy?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama. It's right on the coast. We're roughly 7 hours, 8 hours if there's traffic.
This
So.
hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there.
Right.
Nice.
Right. Well, I go to sleep.
Oh, your husband drives.
My husband drives.
Nice.
So
you have enjoyed going with your daughter. How old's your daughter?
she is 3.5 now.
Nice. And you cry when you see Mickey Mouse?
Every single time.
How come?
When there was talking Mickey, it was super crying because he would play games and do the hot dog dance with her and things like that. And
Yeah, he was
that
great.
was so great.
I love the talking Mickey. The new one got Mickey's good too with his.
I like that Minnie and Mickey are both there.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can see Pluto in the back at the circus now in Minnie's place. So you can see all 6 of them in pretty much the same kind of area, I guess. So like 1 line for 2. So you can stand in 3 lines and see all 6 characters, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this trip. When did you go?
We went, well, we were supposed to start on June the 1st, and I decided I was already out of school. I teach school.
Yeah.
So I decided that I wanted to go down the day before and my husband could get off. So we left on May 31st and we came back on June 7th.
All right. So it's like a week, right?
Yeah, we were there for about 7 days.
And who went with this trip?
So in our room, who traveled with us, it was me, my husband, and my daughter, and my mom.
All right. Gang of 4.
And then my cousins met us for the second leg of the trip. It was a split stay. My 2 cousins and my aunt and uncle met us. And everybody's an adult except for the 3-year-old.
They had separate rooms?
They did have a separate room at Pop Century.
Yeah.
My uncle has issues with his legs, so he gets a scooter, so he has to have somewhere for it to go.
Yeah.
And he can't have like a tub, so he had to have
Accessibility room.
Handicap accessible, yes.
Gotcha. So this is a split stay. Where'd you start out at?
So we started at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jambo House at the Kilimanjaro club level.
Nice. We got to unpack that for sure. What do you think of the Animal Kingdom Lodge?
We love it. We've stayed there. The first time we ever stayed on DVC, we stayed there at Christmas.
Yeah.
With 9 people. We had 3 different rooms. We loved it. We had Savannah View. It was beautiful. There were tons of animals always out, which you don't usually think, oh yeah, the animals will be out all day, but they really are.
Yeah.
We had a Savannah View this time. We literally woke up and there was like a giraffe eating outside of our window.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Did your daughter enjoy the animals too?
She loved them. She liked the bunny rabbits. more than like the African animals.
You can get those at any resort, right?
Right. I was like, honey, those are at Old Key West.
They're everywhere.
Which is where we own. So we usually stay there.
Okay. Right.
She called the big gazelle looking things. I don't know what they are. They're huge.
Yeah.
She said they were the goats. So she was like, there's a goat.
Well,
a goat.
It's an educational experience. You get they give you a little card that explains what all the, like, as if I know all the names of the animals. They got these exotic names,
no.
but I'm calling it the deer thing, so I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah. So we went through the little list and showed her like the picture and matched them all up. But she really liked being in the room because she could sit out on the porch and see the animals,
What kind of room did you have?
We just had a studio.
All right.
It had 2 queen beds.
Yeah.
And it was a regular room. It was not a DVC room. So it had 2 full queen beds in there.
Perfect. What'd you think of the pool there? This is at Jambo House, right?
At Jambo House, yes. The pool, we did 1 day at the pool.
Nice.
It was huge. And they had little activities director there playing games with the kids in the little, it's 0 entry.
Yeah.
So on one part of it, I guess. And so they were standing there playing, like games, water games with the kids.
Yeah.
But we walked on over to the other side and there was this huge slide. And so I was the only one down there with my daughter at the time. And I was like, oh no, honey, we cannot go up there. There's nobody down here to catch you. I didn't want her to go up there by herself because she's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, we got to wait on Daddy to come down. And so as soon as he came down, she starts screaming at him from the pool, get over here so I can go to the slide.
Oh, she wanted to do the big slide.
She did.
Nice.
And she went down 3 times.
Wow.
After the 3rd time, we were walking her back up and they closed the pool because of rain. It rained every day at the same time.
Wow.
So, the 3:00 rain shower, but it was like thunder and lightning.
Mom and Lindsay said it was summer hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
So you're getting the rains in the afternoon. All right. Well, this is the first time she's using the big slide then.
Yes. She's never really, but we kind of stayed in the splash pads and like the kiddie pools.
Yeah.
Just because she doesn't really know how to swim yet. She knows how to use a float.
Yeah.
Or one of those little devices you put on them, but not by herself. She is a daredevil.
Sounds like it.
She
be careful. You got to watch that little daredevil, right?
I know.
Like a hawk.
She is fearless.
Right. That's
unless it's a bug. She's scared to death of a bug. So
that just reminded me of a story. I got to tell this story. We were in the hot tub. I don't know if I know you've been listening. Your OCD, you told me, right? You've been listening to the show like from number 1.
The beginning.
You're starting from the beginning. So I'm gonna tell this story, and you're gonna remember when you get to it. But we were at the Bay Lake Tower pool. Mom, she doesn't go in the pool that often. We were in the hot tub with Auntie Judy, and we look over, and those little green geckos. Mm-hmm. They're all over Florida, and we go, "Oh, those! I've seen them a million times." But that's so cute. And then this little spider come crawling out at the same time, and the little gecko guy ate him.
Oh my gosh.
The circle of life right in front of us at the hot tub.
Well,
I love that story.
I think I've listened to that one, and it reminds me, we were standing outside of Tower Terror and we're in the line, and they have all the trees there in the line at the curve before you go in.
Yeah, I love that line. Actually, it's a good one.
It is. It's shady.
Yeah.
It's, there's not a lot to look at, but there's the eerie music playing, A squirrel was on the little walkway, the little gate. Mm-hmm. Hawk went down, grabbed the squirrel, proceeded to land on the branch right above our head and eat the squirrel.
Whoa. On this trip?
It was, no. This was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Whoa. I figured that's what they had for lunch, but that proves it.
those big fat squirrels that eat everything off the ground.
Well, that's a little scary. All right, so we'll move on.
It was, and the fact that it happened in front of Tower of Terror, the quote unquote, one of the scariest rides, because
yeah,
but yeah,
made it real. Well, let's now that we're talking about food, sort of. How about we like to talk about the quick service at the resort? How was the quick service?
So we've used the Mara before at Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's always been, they've got some stuff that is African inspired, and then they also have like regular food.
Yeah.
So there's pretty much something you can get either time. We went right as they were switching from lunch to dinner, and we didn't realize they were switching to dinner. My mom wanted the ribs. So she was like, there's no ribs on the menu. And the guy was like, well, we have a pulled pork sandwich. And she said, okay, that'll work. Well, 15 minutes later, it was 5:00 and they switched to the dinner menu. So then she was mad she didn't get the ribs.
You caught it in a bad time.
Yeah, we did. And her sandwich was soggy on the bottom.
Been hanging around a little bit too much, probably.
Yeah, she was not happy. But she said the meat was good.
Yeah, okay.
Just the bread was gross. So, and my daughter had a pizza because the stuff at club level was real.
We're going to talk about
ethnic.
that. Yeah, let's hold on for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really, depending on what we had, neither one of them really wanted anything that they were having. So we kind of used the quick service as a supplement.
Gotcha. I see one thing on your list. You did a great trip report. I love it when you guys send it to me in writing so I can follow, so keep you on track. But there was a good dessert there too, right?
Oh yeah. I think I don't remember what it's called, but it's Mickey shaped. It's a brownie and it's got peanut butter frosting on it.
Nice.
That thing was so good.
I love chocolate and peanut butter, so
I do too.
That's my kind of thing. Nice. Well, yeah. Talk about then the food that you found in the club level.
They had several different offerings throughout the day. You could get some African beer by the bottle and regular like domestic beer like Yingling and Heineken and Bud Light and things like that.
Nice.
They had those. You could ask for them. They don't leave them out all day.
Okay.
You could also get like a mimosa or red and white wine. They had that jam jar African wine.
Get
there.
out.
I think I've heard you mention that before. And I was like, ooh, I want that.
Did you try it?
I did.
What'd you think? You like that kind? I mean, it's a sweet wine.
It is very sweet. It was, I got the white. I usually drink like a Moscato.
All right.
And so it really reminded me of that. I told the lady what I usually drink. She was like, oh, we have the jam jar. And I was like, oh, I've heard about that. Give me that one.
Oh, so I talk about the red one. I guess I gotta be clear, but I don't know. I may have had the white ones. It's still sweet, right? So,
right.
Yeah, no, I've had the red one mostly.
And it's all included, with your club level price of your room.
I love it.
So from 6:30 to 7:30, they had Joffrey's coffee. They also had this huge commercial grade or industrial grade or whatever you want to call it, espresso machine.
Nice. You're talking my language.
One side did espresso and the other side did like lattes.
Wow. Fancy.
Which was really cool.
Right.
From 7 to 10:30, they had breakfast. So they had it was a continental breakfast. They had these guava fans that they had those every day. People just kept getting 6 of them on their plate. My husband loved them. I'm kind of a touch and go, fruity pastry kind of person. So they were good. I just would rather have, smoked salmon and a bagel or something.
Yeah.
Which they had.
It's called a guava fan?
Guava fan.
Yeah,
what it's called.
What is it?
Oh, it's like puff pastry, kind of like a Danish sort of, but not as doughy. And it's got, I guess it's like a turnover.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then it's got the guava pastry filling on the inside.
I like that. Yeah,
it was good.
All right.
It was very sweet, but it was good.
Good.
They had oatmeal every day. They had baboti, I think is how it's called one day.
Oh, that's the
they have it at Boma.
Yeah, the lamb and egg kind of.
Yeah, and it's
quiche,
got a cornmeal on the top of it.
Oh, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They had croissants and cold cuts and cheese.
Yeah. So you weren't on a meal plan, were you?
No, not with that. We paid, not with that. Biscuits and gravy we had one morning.
Yeah.
There was a ton of food for breakfast. So it was a great start to your day. If you were going into the park, you could go up there at 7, eat breakfast. You're done at 7:30 because everything is laid out for you, ready to go.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to wait on anything. And then you went down to the bus and went to the park and then came back and you could eat lunch.
So what can I have for dinner there?
Then they had lunch. Lots of different kinds of hummus. You can make your own trail mix to take into the park. There was always a cold salad. There was a chickpea salad one time and a cucumber salad and like a couscous salad.
Nice.
Then they have chicken nuggets and corn dog bites and meatballs. They kind of rotate between them. And apples and caramel were out and cookies.
Wow. Yeah, it's like a buffet. It sounded a lot like, almost a little bit like Boma Light.
Right. And so like for dinner, they called it appetizers, but it was just small dinner portions, I guess. It was prefixed. So you just grabbed whatever was on the buffet. Well, I guess a buffet. From 3 to 4:30, they had like cookies and stuff just as like a snack. So dinner started at 5, or appetizer started at 5, and they had a chef from Boma up there, and we had 2 separate offerings each night from there.
Wow.
There was always some kind of stew, so it was either like a beef stew or a lamb or a seafood stew.
Yeah.
They had that really good chicken, corn soup that they have that's like a chowder at Boma.
Yeah.
They had that one night and I was like, oh, I cannot eat any more of these.
That's what Boma is known for, those soups.
They're good.
Yeah.
We had one every night and then they had something else for the other. They kind of rotated. One was like a meatball.
So it was different every night then for the
it was
soups?
different every day.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
A little variety.
Yeah, so you're not eating the same thing. I mean, the hummus and stuff was all the same.
Yeah. No,
but the main dishes were different.
That's cool. Wow.
And then they had a dessert. For dinner and dessert, they left out all the alcohol, so you could just go get what you wanted when you wanted it.
All right.
They had cordials out. So they had Grand Marnier. It's got an elephant on it. It's like a specialty African, like a milky kind. It kind of reminds me of a Bailey's.
Oh, it's the one from
Irish cream. I can't remember what it's called.
It's the one from Elephant Poop.
Yeah. I cannot remember what it's called. Anyway, so they had that one. They had Kahlua was out. And so they had these little glasses and you could I just poured the Grand Marnier and got a Sprite and made my own
like
drink.
A white Russian.
Right.
Nice. Man, this is like first class. This is like
it was
crazy good.
It was really nice.
They have ribs?
And they did not.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's where they lost me.
They had the meatballs, and to be honest with you, the meatballs had the sauce and stuff on them.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I know
they were good.
Yeah, I like that. Well, all right. Well, we're going to talk some more food. We've only got to the first resort, but how was the transportation? Was pretty quick.
It was. We only went to Animal Kingdom while we were there, because we didn't have the other people for the trip yet. So we went in, did a few things, left, took a nap, went back, came back, since it only took like 5 minutes to get to Animal Kingdom from there.
Yeah, good deal.
The buses were pretty quick.
Well, now, what was it like to go from that high class, amazing resort? It's so unique in its own way, to Pop Century. Right. You kind of stepping down a little bit, but how'd you make out at Pop Century?
Well, we were pleasantly surprised that they upsized the size of the beds.
Nice.
Because they used to be full-size beds at Pop Century.
Yeah.
They've switched one of the beds to the Murphy bed. So you can put it up. Well, when it's down, you can hardly move around in that room. But there's plenty of storage for you to put your suitcases underneath the other bed.
Yeah.
It was nice having a queen-size bed to get in. We're fluffy, so we needed a little extra room in the bed.
So it's one queen in the Murphy bed?
It's two the queen. Murphy bed is queen.
Oh,
so you end up getting 2 queen-size beds.
All right.
And they're very comfortable. They've really upped the mattresses. I think the mattresses are the same throughout all of Disney World now. I didn't feel a difference in Animal Kingdom and Pop Century.
I was only joking about
going down from, of course, Animal Kingdom is amazing, the lodge.
Right.
But I love all the resorts.
Well, absolutely. And, we made the joke, we're going to slum it the rest of the trip, because.
Which is a joke to me. I think you're right. I think,
absolutely.
I think you were very comfortable in the Pop Century, and I never talked down to it because I think they're all lovely.
Right. It's clean. It was just, we don't have somebody like we had a person waiting on us hand and foot.
Oh yeah. We didn't mention that at club level. The cast members are fantastic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you can actually take people up. When I met Mama and Lindsay, they were going to eat at Boma. So they didn't have time to go upstairs, and they were too full after.
Yeah, they told you they were excited to hear that you offered them. They would love to have done it, but Boma is Boma, and
that's what I said. I said, I'm probably going to be too full, but you're welcome to come up and look around.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
but, we were in the 50s building at Pop Century, which is really close to the lobby.
Nice.
And it had Tramp and Lady as the big statues out there. And my daughter loves Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, perfect.
So she flipped out when she saw them and how big they were. She wanted to take a picture in front of both of them and say hello and goodbye to them every day that we left the room. So
this is another thing I say when you have a young family, there's a big expense difference, but the kids are not going to know the difference, especially if it's their first time down there. They're going to love Pop Century or All Stars.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah. Anything other good things about the room at Pop?
There was tons of USB ports.
Perfect.
All those, portable fans that we took with us into the park because it was 1,000 degrees outside.
Yeah.
We had enough plugins to plug in all the fans and all the phones and everything.
Modernized the room.
Yes.
And the pool, did you get a chance? You didn't even get in the pool.
We didn't. Every time we went back to the room, she would go to sleep on the bus. She called it the big bus. I have a minivan, and I call it the mama rail.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted a minivan. It's white. I wanted it so bad so I could call it the mama rail.
I love that.
And all my friends call it the mama rail.
That is a geek thing to say. I want to steal.
Absolutely.
I want to steal that. We're all going to steal that one, Amy.
I know.
The mama rail.
I stole it from a licensed tag from New York at Beach Club. We were walking in to go to Beaches and Cream, and I actually took a picture of it, and I was like, when I get a minivan, this was like 5 or 6 years before I even had kids.
Right.
When I get a minivan, this is what I'm going to call it,
Absolutely. I love that.
So she calls it the bus. She says, Mom, are we going to take the bus or the car? So she calls it the bus. So she called the Disney bus the big bus.
Yeah. The double deckers?
Yes, because that's what they used at Pop Century. Yeah. They were all double deckers.
Yeah, Pop is good. Pop is good, I think, because they do have that one stop.
They do. And they load you on there pretty quick. I mean, we really didn't have an issue waiting. We probably waited for the longest line for Magic Kingdom, and they used the double deckers for Magic Kingdom. Right. But they had them lined up one right after the other.
Load them up. Let's go. And so how is the food at Pop for quick service?
So we ate quite a bit at Pop because our food was not already provided for us. We got a lot of kids' meals. They have great options for kids. Most people usually think, it's going to be chicken fingers and hamburgers for kids everywhere you go. And it's not the case. We had this big breakfast platter and it came with, and it was kids. It was the kids' breakfast platter.
All right.
It came with scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, a link of turkey sausage, breakfast potatoes, and then your choice of 2 kids' sides, which were like a bag of apples, a bag of grapes, a bag of carrots, a chocolate pudding, a little Danimal smoothie, or a cookie, and then you got a kid's drink.
What did the adults get?
Well, I don't know.
That's pretty big. That's a man-sized meal.
Right. So we just kind of,
nice.
My mom got French toast one day, and we got pancakes another and split the pancakes. It was still the kid-sized pancakes. We still didn't get the adult because it was huge. And it was double the price. So,
good to know.
Under $7.
Nice. Good to know you've got a good quick service going on at Pop.
Right. And we ate breakfast there most every day. And then we had lunch there quite a bit. And they have regular stuff for lunch too. Like we got roasted turkey and green beans and rice for lunch, still under $7, somewhere between $7 and $8.
And your cousins had joined you by this time, right?
Yeah. So they were we kind of did our own thing for lunch because they didn't have a kid with them. So they kind of wanted to stay in the park.
Yeah.
And when we go with them, we meet up to eat and do stuff like that.
Okay.
And try to ride a couple of things that, they want to see my daughter ride or do or things like that. But we kind of do our own thing.
Yeah. Are they experts like you too?
Yeah, they go a lot.
Okay.
My cousin is actually a Disney travel planner.
All right. So they know what they're doing. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, I think we covered the resorts pretty good. What do you think?
I think so. I don't think there's anything else. The pools at Pop Century were beautiful.
Good.
Like we could see the pool. Our pool was shaped like a bowling pin.
Oh, yeah.
Like where else are you going to go that a pool is shaped like a bowling pin and the bathrooms and stuff are in like a shoe return. I mean, it was so cute.
Yeah.
I wish we had time to go, but every time we did, they closed the pool down because it was lightning.
Oh, right.
So we were like, forget it. We just won't go to the pool this time.
Yeah, we don't need to get electrocuted.
No.
They won't let you in anyway. So.
Right.
All right. I love that. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about eating finally.
Yes.
Like we haven't already.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Club level was like eating the whole time.
That's right. Well, when you weren't on club level, what were you trying out? I see you got some good quick service.
Yeah, we went to Deluxe Burger. I hear about it quite a bit on the Disney food blog.
Yeah, his first time.
She posts pictures of it all the time, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We got to do this. And so we went for the first time. My mom and I split the barbecue burger because they're really big.
Yeah.
And my husband just got the regular old cheeseburger. He was like, he wanted to try the one that had like the fried green tomato and the pimento and cheese and all that kind of stuff on there. And he was like, just give me the cheeseburger. And I was like, okay. And my daughter got a chicken sandwich.
All right.
She's not really a hamburger person. She's got to be in the mood. She'll always eat chicken. So
she's a kid.
I gave her chicken. We did say the fries were a little burnt for us and they were kind of soggy.
Ooh.
And I like a soggy fry sometimes, and the sauces were delicious. So that was a good vessel to try all the sauces.
Yeah.
My mom said we should have just gotten 2 burgers, different kinds, and split them and just ate the burger.
Oh, so big, huh?
And so, so we should just ate the burger. So we just decided that next time we're getting 2 different kinds of burgers, splitting them in half and switching so that we get to try 2 different kinds of burgers.
Yeah, they got a lot of different kinds there too, right?
Right.
All right. How about, I see Backlot Express.
Oh yeah, we went to Backlot Express. That was the first time we had ever been there. So Deluxe Burger and Backlot Express were first time dining for us.
All right. Even though you've been there 57 times.
I know. And so we always eat at either Fairfax Fair, that little outdoor part right there at Hollywood.
Yeah, I tried that for the first time. Have they changed the menu there? Because it's
it changes all the time.
Ah, yeah, because it looked intriguing to me.
Mexican the last time we went, and you could get like nachos and a burrito and a tamale and something.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I don't know what it was this time. I didn't look.
All right. Yeah, that's what it was when I was there. I tried it.
Yeah.
It was kind of small. It was nothing that, wasn't that great.
Right.
Anything I would write home about.
Special. Yeah. Right. We usually eat there, or we usually eat at ABC Commissary, and ABC was like
mobbed.
So totally packed. We could not even get, I walked around 3 times.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm done with this. Where else can we go? Because it was right in the middle of lunchtime and we had waited too late because we had eaten such a big breakfast.
I would go to Backlot Express because I've got a good friend that works there.
Oh, awesome. Well, we didn't have anybody.
I would give Joanne a hug when I go there.
We managed to walk in and this family was getting up and they were like, hey, do you want our table? And I was like, yeah, we have 9 people.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, come on. And so we got there and we ended up cleaning the table because, with kids, you have wet wipes and stuff everywhere.
Right.
So we sat down and sent people to go order food. And my husband got the vegetarian mozzarella sandwich. It was like a caprese salad.
All right. Yeah.
On the sandwich. He loved it.
Oh, good.
And usually he's like, meat.
All right.
He loved it. My mom and I split the chicken sandwich. I had avocado on it.
Good.
It was really good.
Good.
And then a couple everybody else got cheeseburgers. And then the kids' chicken fingers were huge. Again, I don't know what the deal is with these kids' portions, but they are ginormous compared to everywhere else that gives you a kid's meal.
We don't want the kids going hungry.
No, or their parents, because we had 2.5 chicken fingers left over and we stuck them in a Ziploc.
Good.
I always bring a Ziploc. You're either going to have wet clothes or extra food or something. So I grab a Ziploc and put it in the cooler bag.
I always say Disney's a place of extremes. You're either extremely hungry or extremely stuffed. So you got to spread it out. All right. I see Gasparilla Island Grill. That sounds
we did
really exotic.
Well, it's just the quick service at Grand Floridian.
Right.
It's got to sound fancy.
I don't remember the island part of that. That's was
Gasparilla. I don't remember it either. I think maybe they just added it because I looked it up to make sure that I got the name correct.
All right. I'll take your word for it. I like it.
So we actually went there because that was the night that we were going on the fireworks cruise, which we'll talk about later.
Yes. I was reading up ahead. It looks really cool.
We had been there before, and I'd gotten they have like a make your own salad bar, and I think they pretty much have that at every quick service now.
Okay.
I know they had it at Pop Century.
Cool.
Oh, also at Pop Century they have Dole Whip.
Ooh.
I didn't know they had Dole Whip there. It's at the quick service.
I don't think I knew that either. Maybe.
Yeah, you can get the float and the just the regular cup. So
well, that's good for the people who like Dole Whip. You know, I'm kind of a citrus swirl guy.
Well, you know, it kind of I am too. But my mom loves Dole Whip.
Well, I was trying to create some controversy there. I guess I didn't win.
No, not me. I like the Dole Whip swirl with the vanilla ice cream in it.
Yeah.
But I have to have something to cut that acidity a little bit. That's just me. But we got this it was a chef special. It wasn't on the menu. She said, "Hey," I said, "Well, you're supposed to have a roast beef sandwich." She was like, "Oh, we have something special," and it had a pretzel roll and beer cheese and
I like that.
Caramelized onion. They called it onion jam. It was sweet.
Ooh, roast beef sandwich.
It was delicious.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen something at Gasparilla Grill that really wowed me. So that sounds really good.
Right. We kind of wanted a French dip anyway.
Yeah, I like that. That's my go-to.
Right. Because it's usually always good.
Yeah.
And so when they had that, I was like, you know what? We'll just split that. And it was huge. It was way big enough for my mom and myself to split it.
All right. You guys are doing good.
Yeah.
Well, I see one here that's not a quick serve. One of my party, Ken, our Uncle Ken loves this one, the Cape May Cafe.
We did. We decided that we wanted to do a sit down. My cousin actually, they just got back from a trip at the beginning of May and they did the deluxe dining plan. And she was like, "We are not eating on this trip, just so you know."
They were still full from
they were still
last
full.
trip.
Because it had been less than 30 days since they've been there.
For real. I think I could do some there's some fasting going on.
Right.
Wow.
So I had mentioned, I was like, well, you know, we really wanted to go to Cape May. We haven't been. We went on our honeymoon there.
All right.
Because my husband is not from Alabama. He's from Rhode Island.
Oh.
So they have food that he grew up with.
Yeah.
We have a different kind of seafood down here. You know, we have fried oysters and shrimp and grits and things like that. And they not the same kind of clam chowder and things like that. We have gumbo.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't know that. That's great to know. I love talking to people from different parts of the country. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm from Connecticut, so I know what he's talking about in Rhode Island.
Yeah. He loves Cape May. And so I told my uncle, I was like, you know, Michael really wants to go to Cape May. And my uncle was like, "I love Cape May." And I said, "Okay."
He's like, we're on board.
So we got on a ride, and I can't remember what ride it was. Maybe Small World or The Little Mermaid. It was in Magic Kingdom. Anyway, she said, "So they have a reservation for 8 at 8:15 tonight." And I was like, "Okay, just make it."
It was a last minute then.
It was. And we got in.
Yeah.
It was late. We ended up leaving my daughter and my mom in the room. She had had enough.
All right. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. So the adults went out.
We did. My uncle and my aunt and my two cousins and me and my husband went.
So it's a seafood fest.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you what happened. So my uncle went up we went to fill our plates first, the girls, and they stayed with bags and junk. And so then my uncle and my husband went to fill their plates. So he comes back and his plate literally has 30 fried shrimp on it. I'm not kidding.
He's embarrassing. He's embarrassing me.
Yeah. So, and I was like, Terry, really? And so my husband said, oh, there's no more. And I was like, what do you mean there's no more? He was like, no, there's no more fried shrimp. He got all of it.
What's your uncle's name?
Terry.
Uncle Terry stole all the fried shrimp.
He did.
Oh,
he stole all the fried shrimp.
That's just
and
not right.
And they didn't put any more out. They put calamari out instead. So nobody else got fried shrimp.
He cleaned the whole place out of fried shrimp.
Yeah.
That's not right.
So we ate boiled shrimp and we had to peel it, but that's okay.
Well, you had other stuff there, right? Did you try some crab's legs?
My husband ate a bunch of the mussels and things like that. Not too big on that, but the salmon was excellent.
Oh, good.
It was cooked perfectly because sometimes it's either undercooked or overcooked, so it's dry.
Yeah.
But it was cooked perfectly. They had like a ribeye steak that they carved off for you, and there was lots of different salads, which were all good.
Well, the crab's legs is the big thing.
Yes. So I'm not a big fan of crab legs, but
yeah. How about your husband?
My cousin had finished eating and one of my other cousins wanted more crab legs. So she was like, look, if you'll go get them, I'll peel them for you.
Oh.
And so she sat there and peeled all the meat off these crab legs. And I think she went through like 3 or 4 of like you know how they take them out in like half of bodies of crab legs or something?
Yeah.
And so she ate like 3 or 4 of them with my cousin peeling them. And finally she looked over and there's all these shells in the bucket. And she was like, are those all my shells? And we were like, yeah. And she said, okay, I don't want any more crab. Thank you.
So good. The butter. Yeah.
Yeah. She dunked it in the butter. She had a good old time.
I was so disappointed. Now this takes a little bit of a talent because I was very disappointed my first time I was there. And then I went back for redemption and I was killing it, Amy. I was getting big hunks of meat out of those things. So it can be done.
Yes. She was too. My cousin was usually I make her sit by me so she can peel my fried shrimp. I mean, my boiled shrimp.
Yeah.
Because I hate peeling it and get it on my hands.
Yeah, I know.
So she's done that for me before because I hate it.
She's
like, I'll peel it. No worries.
They're cut pretty good though. It's not.
They are.
I've seen worse.
It comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I love the buffets. You know, it's like you said, you had that salmon, and you don't know on a buffet what if they're going to really put great attention to it. It could be sitting out there or whatever. But I don't know. I find them to be really top notch. So
well, they do, and with the seafood one, you can't leave it out too long, or you can smell it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And there's people grabbing. Yeah, they're moving it good. True.
Yeah. Well, when somebody goes up there and grabs 30 fried shrimp, you have to put more shrimp out because there's no more.
That's a little. We'll have to talk to the the restaurant about that. That's not acceptable. All right. No. Well, I know. I hate when I go to a buffet and something's out or it's near the bottom. And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I want a fresh one. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's talk about. You got a couple here left to go. How about the Be Our Guest lunch?
We had originally booked a late dinner because that's all I could get because I kept asking my daughter, where do you want to go eat this trip? Because she gets to pick, she gets one meal. And so she's picked, go eat with Pooh. She's picked go eat with Mickey. She wanted the last trip. Her pick was Ohana breakfast so she could eat with Stitch.
I like how she does her picking. It's by character.
Yeah, by character.
That's how
I don't think she understands anything else. So,
that's how the 3-year-olds do it.
So we were watching, I think maybe the Disney food blog on YouTube, and they were talking about going to Beast Castle for dinner, and the Beast was there. Okay. And she was like, oh, Mom, I have to go eat with the Beast.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oh, absolutely. Okay. So I then thought to myself, this was like in April. there is no way I'm getting a Be Our Guest
Yeah.
reservation in April. You know, I'm thinking to myself, I said, okay, honey, I'll do my best. Okay. So I get on, they have one at 8:15 for 3 people.
Ah.
Well, that was sure not our whole party that was there, but I figured, you know what? If I can get one for 3 people, I'm just going.
Right.
So once we did the Cape May, there was no way she was going to last until 8:15.
Yeah.
No matter whether we went and took a nap or whatever, she was done.
Too late.
So, So we canceled and we both booked, like, mine was 10:30 and my cousin's was 11. We couldn't get an 8, but we could get 2 4s.
All right.
And so I said, but ours is breakfast, you know? And she said, no, we'll talk to them when we get there. So as soon as we got to Magic Kingdom, like 8:00 that morning, they were already taking, you know, breakfast. And so we talked to the lady, super nice, at the check-in center.
Yeah.
And she said, oh yeah, no problem. As long as you come in together and as long as they have a reservation period,
Okay.
we will put you together.
Oh, sweet. A little pixie dust there.
Right. So I was so excited. There was no problem. They acted like, you know, we thought we were asking them something, you know, like to move mountains because you can't get a reservation. And they were like,
ask nicely.
No
There's a tip there. Ask nicely. Don't
Yes.
act like you're privileged. Just, you know.
Right. We were like, is there any way we can go in at the same time? And she was like, oh, sure. No big deal. And
Good thing. All right. Good to know.
And then we had to go get our footlong hot dog at Cosmic Rays now.
I know. I was shocked about this. Everybody knew this but me. Come on. Everyone's got to tell me when these things happen.
It was so sad because.
Yeah. They moved from Casey's. When I read that, I was shocked. I posted in our Facebook group and everyone's like, yeah, where you been, dude? We knew this one.
We already know. Well, so here's my thing. If I can get a footlong for like $13 and the regular one is $11, I'm going to go get the footlong.
Because, you know, at Disney World, you don't have to eat the whole thing, I heard.
No. Well, I actually cut off part of it and give it to, like, I don't get my daughter, she loves hot dogs.
Yeah.
And so I don't get her one.
All
like,
right.
I don't buy her a separate one.
Oh.
I just cut off half of mine. She doesn't like the bread and all with it. So I just cut off half of mine and cut her up.
Nice.
You know, in the pieces, not half of it, but like a third.
So another Disney World hack you just gave us, Amy.
Yes. Separate your food and feed it to your kids.
I was thinking of my dogs, but they can't do that at Disney World.
Well, you know, if you get them a service dog, they'll let you right on in.
I know there's people thinking they got one service all kinds of animals, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Yes, it is.
No, so it's just as good at Cosmic Rays.
It is. It tasted exactly the same.
All right, just a little weird
but
not
they
being.
have a better fixin' bar at Cosmic Rays.
All right.
You can get the
All right.
the sauteed mushrooms, and they have like a coleslaw you can put on there.
So you could do kind of your own thing over there at Cosmic Rays.
Yeah, so you can kind of put whatever you want to on it. So I kind of like it better, and you can sit in the air conditioning.
Yeah, there's more room.
Yes, a lot more room.
Yeah, it can get crowded there too.
It can, but it was a way off time, and we were just like, okay, we have to eat something. And we looked up, and I was like, look, the footlongs are here. And
Love
my mom
that.
was like,
I love
let's
the
go.
footlong. Yeah, that's one of those I wish I could. I buy a hot dog here at BJ's that's pretty good size, and it was inspired by that footlong in Disney World, but you can't get anything like that size anywhere. It seems like.
No, they have pretty big ones at Costco.
All right.
And they have the big, huge buns that go with them. So my husband will go, and I think it's like $2. You get a drink and the hot dog, and you can put, you know, onions and stuff on it while you're there.
They got great entertainment at Cosmic Rays too, right?
They do. We did not sit where the guy sings. What's his name? I can't remember.
I was hoping you were going to remember because I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is.
My wife is going to be so embarrassed about me.
It's just everybody's screaming.
She loves
us.
that.
We usually do sit in there and listen to him. So all I can think is Cosmic Ray, and that's not his name. Starlight, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we also made chili cheese fries. If you get the chili and the cheese on the side from the chili cheese dog,
okay.
It comes in like cup-sized containers. Like it holds about a cup.
Yeah.
So that's way too much to put on your hot dog, number one. So the fries that come with your hot dog, you can pour the chili and the cheese on those.
Sounds good. Well,
and you can make chili cheese fries.
I think we did pretty good for food, about almost an hour of food and a little bit of resort time. Well, I see you did do one lounge. I know when you got a young daughter, you're not necessarily going to be doing a lot of lounges, but there's one here that we don't talk very much about. I know we had a official meetup there last time. So where was your lounge?
So we went there before we went to eat at Cape May. So it's in Beach Club.
Good idea.
It's called Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
It was kind of packed. There was one table for 4, and that's all we had. I had a cousin stuck in Epcot. It was flooding. So they were like, we're going to wait a minute.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, we're going to go to the bar.
Yeah. No concern.
No concern. They're fine. My husband got a pina colada. My aunt got a Bahama Mama. My uncle got some kind of beer. It's kind of like a Blue Moon. I forgot what it was called. And then I got a Moscow Mule.
Yeah. How was your Moscow Mule?
It was really good.
What's in that?
It was made well. Oh gosh.
Isn't it ginger beer and whiskey?
It's like a ginger beer and whiskey. If there's a whiskey drink, I'm going to get it.
Oh yeah. You know what? I like whiskey, but I'm not much in mixing. I had one of those. I kind of like it straight. But
I kind of make my own rules with that. I'm a Crown and Dr. Pepper girl.
Oh.
And every time I ask for that at a bar, they go, really? And I said, make one and try it. You're going to love it.
Oh, very good.
So I always get that.
Sounds good. That's a good one.
But they didn't have Dr. Pepper, so I had to go with the Moscow Mule.
Very good. All right. So we did get a lounge in there. Well, we're doing good for food and drinks. How about anything else? Oh, we got to talk about the big one. What'd you do for the first time?
So we did the Happily Ever After fireworks cruise.
Very cool. Where do they have the Happily Ever After fireworks cruise?
So I think you can go out of Poly, Wilderness Lodge, or Grand Floridian. Ours was out of the Grand Floridian.
All right.
They had 4 boats going out. It was a pontoon boat. It seats 10.
Okay.
Plus a driver. You had to get there about an hour before fireworks. They take you around, talk to you about the Grand Floridian and how they kind of came up with that concept. They talk to you about the Poly, and they go and take you a little bit closer to the bungalows so that you can see in them, which if you were staying there, I would not like somebody coming that close. But anyway, so and they went down to the Copper Creek, the cabins.
Oh, wow.
They were really cool. And then we went fishing in Bay Lake 8 years ago. We had asked about, hey, what about River Country? Is it still there? Which is the really old water park that they had.
Right.
And it looked kind of like a ghost town when we went past it when we were fishing because it was in the broad daylight. So she took us over there, and they have already started doing demo on it. It is apparently going to be a resort.
It is.
After China. It's going to be China themed, and it's going to be called Reflections.
Right.
So she said it's supposed to be ready by 2021.
I know. That's really exciting. It's going to be
I don't know how they're going to do that.
I think they're going to have DVC and regular rooms there.
Right. So I'm unsure. They said that was really cool. The Grand Floridian was supposed to be China themed.
Really?
And the Imagineers were like, no, we need to represent Florida more. This is our Florida project.
Yeah.
So they decided everything was built except for the decor.
Yeah.
So like all the structure part was built. And that's when they changed their mind. So they went on the outside and put up like Victorian era Key West stuff instead of China themed. So I thought that was really neat. I had never heard that before. Our guide's name was Mickey.
Good. Of course.
I was like, oh, you're Mickey. And she was like, yes. Isn't this wonderful? And I was like, yeah.
Good deal.
So over by River Country, which I believe they're going to have to tear this down or take it out, which is sad. There's a tree. They call it the shoe tree. And it's this tree out in the middle of the water. And everybody who goes through the recreation department gets these ugly white shoes.
Yeah.
And so they write messages on their white shoes and hang them on that tree.
Oh.
So that part of them is always in the recreation department when they leave.
Oh, okay.
So
good
I
tradition.
thought that was pretty neat.
That's interesting. Yeah. Hey, you were mentioning doing fishing. I know it was 8 years ago. But what was the fishing like there?
Oh, okay. So it's catch and release.
Right.
I am not a fisher person at all.
Yeah.
Living on the coast, it's kind of, I don't want to get in a boat. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's hot. You have to sit out there a long time.
I know.
You didn't have to really wait. Our guy, he had been a boat captain for a long time, and then he retired to Disney and was doing that.
Yeah.
He baited all the hooks for me. The boys baited their own hooks. We went with my friend and her husband and her son. Her son was like 13 or 14 at the time. Jeffrey, her son, caught like 6 fish.
Nice.
I only put my line out there like once and I caught a fish and then I was done. So I just took pictures of everybody else catching fish.
Yeah, everyone was catching fish pretty easily then.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We were kind of slow in one place, so he moved to another place and we would catch for a little while there and then he would move to another place. So he kind of gave us a tour of Seven Seas Lagoon as well.
Sure.
He knew quite a bit about it.
All right, I'll get technical with you. What kind of bait did they use?
I have no idea.
Little minnows?
I don't know if it was live
Oh,
because I think it was a lure, to be honest with you. I need to, I can't really remember because I wasn't touching anything.
All right.
It was really nice. It was fun. Good. We learned things, you're not going to get to keep them, but.
Right. No, I knew that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's get back to the pleasure boating. So after you get a little tour, is it getting dark too then?
So it's getting dark. We were at the end and the electrical water pageant was coming around. So
really?
We got to see it. Yeah, it was so cool to see from the water. Oh, you could hear the music, of course. And so, it was kind of loud because we were like, what is that music? and I looked over, I was like, oh, it's the water pageant. It kind of, went around in front of us. We were coming out from behind the Contemporary where the water goes over the little underpass as you go into the Contemporary, the little tunnel.
Yeah.
And the water pageant was coming like around past us. We had to move out of the way so that we weren't in their way.
Yeah, you don't want to get
pulled to the side.
I wouldn't want to be swamped by the water pageant.
No. Then she pulls out. It was not only us. There was probably 10 other boats, but they were not in the way. We pulled right in front where all the boats come to pick people up at the Magic Kingdom, right in front of the train station, that we were kind of head on from there.
Yeah, sure.
And she tried to pull a little to the side so that you could see the castle really well.
Oh, good.
That's where we didn't ever anchor. She kind of moved us. I think that they have places they go. If you start here, you move here during this part and move here so that everybody gets a good view.
No, cool.
Which it was all a good view. It was the best way to watch the fireworks.
Wow, really?
It was quiet. It was dark. They piped the music in. You saw everything. You could watch everything at the same time because you weren't so close.
Yeah.
You couldn't really see the bottom part of the projections on the castle.
Okay.
But you could see all of the fireworks and everything on the top.
Yeah. And so the music was on the boat piped in?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah. It was really neat.
We're going to do that at the G3. We're going to do the illumination. Well, it won't be illuminations. It'll be the fireworks cruise, though, over at the other side. So excited to hear that you had a great time for that.
Yeah. And you can also get, we're taking a big family trip in February. Mm-hmm. We're taking my nephew for his second time. He doesn't remember his first time because he was 9 weeks old, but he'll be 2. And so my sister was like, oh, it's time. And I said, okay, well, we're going. So where are we staying and what are we doing? So we actually planned it last week, but I really want to take the yacht from the Grand Floridian and do the fireworks cruise on the yacht because you can get more people.
Okay.
Only 10 people can get on the pontoon boat, but 18 can get on the yacht.
Was the cost different?
$50.
Oh, $50 more?
Difference. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's $350 for the pontoon boat and $400 for.
Well, okay. Yeah. So if you're splitting it with a bunch of people, it wouldn't be that much
different.
different.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Cool.
And we got soft drinks and water iced on the boat that came with it. and chips and popcorn and mini cookies. I call them mini cookies, but they're the cookies, you know, that says Minnie's Kitchen on them.
All right.
And then, of course, Mickey Mouse Rice Krispie treats on the boat.
Yeah, that's when you're on a boat, you got to have
snacks,
All
even
right.
though we just ate at the Gasparilla Island Grill.
Good times. All right. I love that. And the people love to hear about these different extras that you can do. And this is one I heard about. I'm interested to hear. This was your first time, the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. What was your impression of that?
So it was pretty neat. My daughter loved it.
Tell everyone what that is. It's kind of new that just popped up recently.
Right. So you go in and you sit down on benches, and they have this big stage that's built up, and it's like the theater in Impressions of France. It's like
it's good size,
180 maybe.
Yeah,
it's pretty big.
Okay.
The screen, goes halfway around the room, and they come out and they talk to you about racing. And then Lightning McQueen, they open up this little door, and Lightning McQueen is there. He talks to you and does stuff, and then he turns around. And in Cars 3, they have this simulator that the cars use to pretend that they're racing so that they can train.
Yeah.
And that's basically what he does.
Okay.
He turns around and you ride with him.
Oh, okay.
On the thing. So, I mean, it's not, spectacular.
Yeah.
She thought it was amazing.
All right. Well, that's
because
important.
Lightning McQueen was there. She loves cars.
Nice. I like that.
She loved it.
Well, I like that take on it. Yeah, because I heard it was a little cheesy. My first guest that talked about it, but if
doesn't.
I like that take on it. Perfect. Hey, it is for little guys. So good. Good stuff.
It was air conditioned.
I know. My mom and
go in there for 15 minutes, okay?
I think people need to know. I had this question in the Facebook group. I've never gone in August. Am I going to survive? And even
it's hot.
Even in June, it's interesting to hear.
We've been in.
Be ready. Be prepared.
Yeah. We've been in at Labor Day before. We've gone at Labor because I teach school. So if there's a Monday that we're off, I'm like, okay, we're going to go to Disney for Saturday, Sunday, leave Monday. Okay. It's hot. We've been in the middle of July. If we can help it, we don't go when it's that hot, but it's really the same kind of hot then as it is in October.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess I got to be prepared.
Muggy.
I got to be prepared.
If a cold front comes in, we haven't had a hurricane yet.
Okay.
I don't know how this season's going to go. We haven't had one yet, and it's the end of June. So hurricane season started June 1st, and it goes all the way until November 1st. So it can be hot and muggy all the way till November. We've gone at Thanksgiving before where we wore shorts and t-shirts and sweated the first day, and then the third day we had on a jacket and leggings underneath our jeans. When it was 30 degrees.
Yeah. Well,
weather can change at the drop of a hat.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even in wintertime, you could get really cold spots.
Right.
So I wanted, I bet, Amy, you can tell stories. I got this feeling about you. Do you have any good pixie dust moments or good stories from this trip?
So for this trip, one was the Be Our Guest lunch that we got our reservation together, which was nice. The fact that we even got a reservation the night before or the morning of for Be Our Guest is magic in itself.
It's a good point too. Don't be afraid. Always be checking that app, right?
Yeah.
When you're there.
I would get up. If you want to do something that day, I would get up and look at it at 7 a.m. because people will have dropped it the night before and say, look, we cannot make this at 7 o'clock. I am tired.
Yeah, you could get lucky.
Right.
We have. We scored a Beaches and Cream reservation. I remember we were in Epcot. We're like, where can we go to eat? And then, we were going to try something in Epcot. And then, wow, look at this. Beaches and Cream. It's one of our favorites. Opened up. Yeah, it's exciting. It's kind of fun.
Well, because it's so small in there. You have to get a reservation quick.
Yeah,
and it can take a long time too, depending on what you get.
Yeah, and they're expanding it, which is good news. But
it's going to be closed for a while.
Well, that's good fun. Hitting the app and getting something good.
And then we got our Fast Pass. We had booked our Fast Passes for the Alien Swirling Saucers I'd planned on, okay, we're going to split the day, go back to the resort, come back at like 6 or 7 when it's cooled off, because it did cool off at night.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it was in the 70s, which was nice.
Okay.
Because it had rained so much and thundered and lightning. I had for 6 or 7 or 7 to 7:30 or something. Anyway, we could not have done our alien saucer spinner, swirling saucer, whatever it is. The alien ride in Toy Story. We could not have done it and the fireworks cruise.
All right.
Because it was at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I went to they said, okay, so just go to guest relations. And I said, okay. So as soon as we got into Hollywood, I went straight over to guest relations. You know, they have like 5 people standing out there with iPads.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, so here's my problem. I don't know how to fix it. And she said, okay, well, tell me what it is. And so I told her, you know, about the cruise, and we had the same time. She was like, okay, give me your band. And so she tapped my band. She said, okay, well, you can go on alien swirling saucers anytime you need to today. Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I almost started crying because because you can only get one Toy Story Fast Pass, and that was it. And I thought, my daughter is not going to get to ride it. She loves that ride.
Yeah.
We even swap out. So like we have 4 Fast Passes for it. So she and like my mom would go on and ride once, and then we would swap magic bands, and I would go and my husband wouldn't ride or something. So she could go twice.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got to ask Amy what your opinion is on this. Do you think, I have this feeling you seem to be such a nice person. You're bubbly, you're warm. You walk up to someone, you didn't sound, I got this feeling you were like really nice about it and you weren't demanding. And I think that cast member, Lindsay and I have talked about this because she was a cast member. I think they sense that, and they know if you're, I don't know. Like I got a feeling if the nicer you are, the better chance for a little pixie dust.
Well, and you know, when you complain at Disney, if you're going to complain or ask or don't like something, it's easier to say, look, I understand this happened to me, but I would rather it not happen to everybody that follows me here so that they all come back. I'm always going to come back because I'm a Disney person. We're coming back. Nothing's going to make me not come back. You know,
take a lot.
If it's a bad experience.
Right.
But if, you know, John Smith from rural somewhere, this is their first time that they're taking their children, and they will probably never come back if it's a terrible time because he hates waiting in line and he doesn't want to be around all these people. So they won't come back if it's not a good experience.
I think that one's
want it to be good for everybody.
The Alien ride, I mean, it's new and stuff, but it's not going to be like Slinky Dog. That might have been a harder one for her to do. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I bet.
I don't know, but I don't know. I love that story. I got a little tear thinking about that. That's really cool.
I really almost cried.
I get it. I understand.
He was like, "You're going to be a while. I'm going to go ahead and get in line because you know Daisy Duck and Donald Duck are right there when you come in."
All right.
Where it used to be a shop. I don't even know if it's still a shop anymore. Was right there. And so they got in line, and I was back in like 2 minutes. He said, "Did they say no?" I said, "No." They said yes.
That was so fast. So. Yeah, that's a great Donald, by the way. He's classic Donald in sailor suit. Yeah.
He's awesome, Donald.
That's it. I love that. Did I hit all the pixie dust? I know you said the club level was awesome with the cast members.
They did. Megan was her name at the front desk. So when we checked in, it took a while to get our room because we were there so early. We had just kind of planned around to go around at the resort, look at stuff. There was tons of stuff to do. We finally get our room and it's like 3:00. My daughter has not had a nap. She's having a complete and total meltdown in the middle of the lobby. I was having a meltdown because she was having a meltdown.
Yeah.
You know,
it
was one of those, like, I'm stressed out. Well, I get the email or the message, hey, your room's ready. So we go straight to the room.
Yeah.
They were remodeling and they had half the floors blocked off. So we had to go around this corner and up a different elevator. And it took forever to get there. Well, when we walk in, it is a handicap accessible room, which is great, but it doesn't have a bathtub.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I can't bathe a 3-year-old with no bathtub.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, ugh. So I left my mom dealing with the meltdown. She was like, yeah, thanks. And I called my husband, who was actually working. upstairs at club level, and I said, we need a different room now. And so he goes over, and Megan's like, let me just see what we have available. And so she got a room. It was no big deal. She could tell that I was visibly exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was done because she was screaming. I didn't have anywhere to put her that wasn't like in the public eye.
Yeah.
And she needed a break. She was just so sweet and so nice. And I probably told her thank you 100 times. And I probably apologized for being, I was kind of short with her because I was tired and my daughter had just been screaming.
Yeah. I get it.
I was really to the point. I went into like, okay, this is my efficient mode. But she never, the smile never left her face. She did everything she could. And we had a room within 5 minutes, and we took our stuff onto the room. We put her and my mom in the room, the new room.
Yeah.
And then we did everything else. So she was amazing.
I love that. Then I know she would have taken care of your fast pass issue too if you had spoken to her.
Well, we
too.
asked, and they said they were not allowed to mess with fast passes.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's a new rule because I've heard before that they could do that.
I have heard them taking care of that before. So, okay, interesting. Speaking of your daughter, I like this perspective with the 3-year-old. What's kind of the must-do for the kids in your opinion?
Okay, so must-dos. So at Magic Kingdom, you have to do Barnstormer.
I love that.
If you have a kid that's tall enough, I think you have to be 32 inches.
Okay.
And most 2-year-olds are at least that unless they're short.
Okay.
So she absolutely loved it. Now you have to hold on to them because the lap bar is a one-size lap bar. It scares me. I feel like she could pop right out of there. But,
I was a little surprised that
hold on to her.
Yeah, I know. I was interesting to see that a 3-year-old could get on there. No problem.
Wheels. She's been riding it for over a year.
We know she's a daredevil.
Yes, she loves it. She wants to go on the Goofy roller coaster every time. Like we walk in, she was like, "Let's go to the Goofy coaster." So that's our first fast pass is Goofy coaster. Let's see. They have tons of activities at the resort. Like I said, they were playing like games at the pool. They did the same thing. They didn't do it at every single pool at Pop Century, but they did it at that big pool. I think it's the Hippity Dippity pool or something. Right when you come out of the lobby, they had stuff going on there.
Right.
Let them do something. Like I said, she gets to pick a meal. She kind of dictates what we do at different, like if we're at Magic Kingdom, there's not a ton of thrill rides. We usually go more than one day to Magic Kingdom.
Right.
So we just say, well, what do you want to do next?
Yeah.
If she says walk around and look at the stuff in the store, then we go walk around and look at the stuff in the store. It's just whatever she wants to do. It's like she has part of the trip. She's in charge for a little while, and it kind of balances out the mommy's telling me what to do all the time.
Cool. I think, I know one thing I like to tell people when they're going for the first time, have a nice conversation. It depends on your families. Have a nice conversation with everybody. Kind of, what's your expectation for this trip?
Right.
I don't know. The 3-year-old, I know you said she just wants to go where Pooh is having dinner.
Right.
But you're still doing that same thing. See what would make a great trip for each person and try to do
well,
those
and
things.
she's been so much that she knows stuff to do.
Right.
But you can always watch YouTube videos. I know that there's a video that takes you on like a tour of Magic Kingdom. So like it's a complete walkthrough. Like you're going in, they go towards Tomorrowland. They show you everything there. Yeah. So you could kind of go around and look and see what all there is to do.
Well, she's listening to the Geeking on WDW podcast, right? Too. So she knows
she does
what the must do's. She's getting some ideas for
right. And so also I wanted to add with the kids, I didn't write it on here, but I thought of it after. If you have a baby, anybody in diapers or a toddler or whatever, they have baby care centers at every single park.
Right.
Sometimes they're in an inconvenient location and you can't use them every time. But when we took her when she was 9 weeks old. Mm-hmm. And so to have a big cushioned changing table that they put clean paper on, and have somewhere that's air conditioned that you can sit and watch a movie for a little while. Most of them have a movie playing with little tables and chairs. They have nursing rooms for people who have to nurse that are quiet and private. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, good advice for those little ones.
Find one. There's one in Magic Kingdom is between Casey's and the Crystal Palace, kind of where the restrooms are there. It's towards the back.
First aid is there too.
Epcot's is right before you get to Mexico on that bridge.
Yes, I was there last time.
And the first aid station is usually like right there.
Yes.
But they have stuff like if you forget, if your kid is teething or something, they've got Tylenol. If you forget the diaper cream, they've got diaper cream.
Right.
If you forget the diapers, or if you run out because you thought your baby was going to go through 8 diapers and they went through 10 diapers.
Right.
So it's really somewhere nice. The one at Animal Kingdom is really nice. It's behind the little DVC thing past the Starbucks. And the Hollywood Studios one is the most inconvenient because it's inside of guest relations right when you walk into the park.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you're not really going to go that far every time, but maybe before you left, you could run in there, let everybody change. They usually have a bathroom in there.
Yeah.
It's just, that's one of the things that I tell people who are going with kids. Any of my friends who ask me, I'm like, use the baby care center.
Perfect. Well, what's a must do for the big guys, the adults?
So we try to have a night where you're not with the kids.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me.
They get a break from you and you get a break from them.
Yeah.
Conveniently, my mom comes with us. She says, hey, I'll be in the room because, well, when you get a little bit older,
you're okay to go back to the room.
Yeah. She's like, yes, please.
No.
It's hot.
Exactly.
I will stay here while you go out in the rain to eat. If you don't have kids, try to do like a really nice dinner. We're going in October by ourselves. This is our second by ourselves trip since my daughter was born.
Yeah.
We've decided that we want to do one really nice sit down meal. We don't know where it's going to be yet.
You have any thoughts yet?
I kind of want to do, I know Chef de France is we've eaten there before, but we ate by the window and it was so loud.
Okay.
But I know, I think I want to do something at the Grand Floridian, like Narcoossee's or Citrico's.
Sure.
Just because it's quiet.
Yes.
I would like to have a dinner where we could actually hear each other talk.
All right. That's not that's not unreasonable.
Right. Go to a lounge for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you're talking
in the heat of the day.
Yeah.
It gets hot at like from 1, because 12 is not really the hottest time. 1 o'clock is when it's really bad. From like 1 to 4 is terrible. And so go sit down somewhere. If you don't drink, they have Coca-Cola.
Absolutely.
So you go get you a Coke.
Relaxing,
and you go
beautiful.
Sit down and eat.
Little treats. Exactly. I like a 3 o'clock's a good time for me. I know that.
Yeah. You're going to need a time to sit down. They usually have cushy chairs or a couch. Put your feet up and just chill out for a little while.
You make me think of Nomad Lounge.
Yeah, we have not been to Nomad Lounge. I want to go so bad. That's one of our goals for October.
You're going to be there for the G3?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I get to meet you. And
yes.
I understand Mama got a hug, so it's my turn now.
Yeah. So we're going. I am a huge Hanson fan.
Oh, that's right.
So huge. Like since I was in the 4th grade, huge.
Oh, Amy, I got a confession. So you saw my post in our Facebook because I love the music. At all the festivals, that is like my thing. I always got to go see it. So I was really excited and they're doing there's like 3 acts going to be there while I'm there in 1 week, which is really cool. So they're doing more, it seems like. And so I'm like, I'm looking, and I saw Hanson, and I got to be honest with you, I was kind of joking when I posted out there because I only know them as the one-hit wonder. And then all these geeks are like wigging out of Hanson. I'm so glad that they're popular.
It is legit.
That's hysterical. I love that.
They're really popular. They actually just did a tour. They redid all of their songs and they wrote new songs to be performed with a symphony orchestra.
Wow.
And they're calling it String Theory.
Wow.
And it is an amazing show. My husband said that he saw the Metallica version of that when he was in like high school.
Yeah.
He has to go to all the shows.
He's big on,
God bless him. He has to watch me. I just love them.
That's great. And so they have a big following. So if I go down, I better get there early if I want to see the show.
Yeah. They go in at 9:00 and they wait until you can get back to America. And then they go and they sit. I don't, but there are those fans that go and sit right at the entrance so that they can be in the front.
That is awesome.
I just get a dining package so that I can be in the front.
So you can get a reserved seat with the dining package, right?
Right. Usually, they're really specific. They are always in the same spot on stage, and they have been for like the entire time they've been a band. Okay. So one brother is on the right all the time, one brother is on the left all the time, and one brother is in the middle all the time. And they move around, but they're playing instruments, so it's kind of difficult to move around all the time.
I know the singer, the lead there. I don't know their names, so you have to. I'm sure you do, but they were like a prodigy. He reminded me of Stevie Winwood.
They started writing their own music when they were,
babies.
7 and 8 years old.
Yeah, right.
So they were big when they were 11, like 13 and 15. Like that was their like boom, bop, all of that. So they've just grown from there. Yeah. Like they have their own beer. It's called Hops.
That's the thing I love about the Epcot Festival music is even if you don't even know, I love music. And most of the times I do know, at least if it's a one-hit wonder or whatever. I always get entertained when I go. So I'm glad I put that kind of snarky, sarcastic out there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think it was snarky. I thought you were being serious because I love them.
In my head, I was. I'm glad.
But they are wonderful entertainers.
I love it. Yes.
Throw in songs that you would know.
Sure.
They started singing some song. I have never heard it before. So I knew it wasn't one of their songs. And my husband goes, they're singing AC/DC. Oh. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know he's got a great voice. That's what I said. They're talented. So I love seeing good talent. All right. We'll have to cut me some slack there, but I've been turned on to him. So I'm excited. All right. Now
it's really fun. The other must do for adults is, talk to the people around you. Like if you're standing waiting on something and people are just sitting there talking on their phone, try to strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
They learn a lot from you. You can learn a lot from them. A lot of times, you find these people who have their like rings of laminated things to do that they are never going to get done. And you're like, that you're probably not going to get to do.
Yes. I've had that experience.
So
I had that. We try to
the cast members.
Yeah, definitely.
They sometimes people don't talk to them. And
really?
A lot of times it's the, people who are working in like the stores that are folding everything or picking everything up that people have knocked down, or the janitorial staff. People don't usually talk to them just because, but I actually had a friend whose son did the college program and he wanted to work in Magic Kingdom. And the only place to work in Magic Kingdom was to be part of the janitorial staff.
Yeah.
He would tell people all kind of stuff because he knew tons of stuff about Disney because they go every year.
For sure.
He got lots of cast member magic moments and stuff for people turning it in to the staff, to the guest relations people.
Right.
And at that point I was like, look, I am talking to every single person that I see because they could just be the janitorial staff for that day. They could be something else, the next day.
I know it. It's great.
So I just wish people would talk to the cast members more nicely and like actually listen to what they say. Don't just complain.
I am on board with that. Well, you're doing a great job giving us some advice. And, there's newcomers here, Amy, who are maybe going to Disney World for the first time. What would be some of your best tips and strategies since you've been there 57 times, if I remember that number correctly?
57. So you can't do everything on your list. Please do not make a laminated piece of paper for every day. Like you can make a sheet of paper that has some stuff that you're going to do and what your schedule is, because I do the same thing.
Right.
but you are not going to stick to that schedule. You need to use the app. If you know that your child takes a nap at noon every day and you're definitely getting them up at 5:00 so that you're the first one in the Magic Kingdom parking lot or whatever, they're still going to take a nap at 12. It doesn't matter. They don't know that they're on vacation and they're not supposed to take a nap at 12.
Yeah.
So don't plan anything during that time.
Right.
Go back to the room. There's buses.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people don't understand that if you have a 1 day or like a 1 park pass, if you don't have a park hopper, that they can come back in.
It's funny when you said the laminated. Lindsay and I were at Magic Kingdom. We were there early to get on the boat, and there was a family there of like 10. Grandma, grandpa, mom.
Oh gosh.
Mom had the 3-ring binder with the laminated sheets and about 6 inches thick. And Lindsay and I were trying to politely say, Mom, you look a little regimented and stressed, and we've been doing this for a long time, so maybe you ought to kind of back off the and just feel your family and what's happening, and then make adjustments.
Well, and we kind of do like we're going to book our 3 fast passes, and then we're going to do whatever we want to after that.
Yeah, well, and we got to give these guys some slack because they're trying to get everything they possibly can. So,
right, because it may be their first trip, and it may be
I was thinking of this today. Even the advice. Make sure you go to Magic Kingdom 2 days. So
yes.
Make sure
we
you
always do Magic Kingdom 2 days.
Yeah, always. Especially if you're new and you got young kids. You can get a good bulk of it done in 2 days. So don't stress out.
We usually take if you're looking at the castle, we'll take one side of the castle, which is all Tomorrowland.
Yeah, half and half.
And Tomorrowland Speedway.
Sure.
And maybe some part like the teacups and stuff right there in New Fantasyland. And then we go through Adventureland the other way and do Pirates and the Magic Carpets with Aladdin and the Tiki Room and all of that on a different day. We don't always, we learned that when my mom started going with us. She was like, look, I cannot go at a 9:00 fast pass at Buzz Lightyear and then go all the way to the Jungle Cruise for the 10:00 one. You're going to have to put it all in the same side.
Yes, there are strategies like that for sure. All right. Any other good advice for newcomers?
Have a free day in the middle of your trip, if at all possible, because I know people buy day passes. So like if you're going to be there for 6 days, get a 5-day pass, take a break in the middle, swim at the pool. There's tons of stuff to do at the resort. Tons.
Enjoy the resort because they are all awesome.
And if you ask the front desk, they will give you like a printed copy of everything that's going on. So you'll know what movie they're showing and when, and because they usually have a movie showing on the lawn somewhere. Yep. It's just a good thing to do.
A lot of families, the kids will say the pool is the best thing on their vacation.
Yes. And my other tip is have a good meal. Not necessarily a sit-down meal, but there are more things to eat than hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken nuggets in Disney World.
Right.
There are tons of good food. We discovered Harambe Market a couple of trips ago, and they do serve the same thing at every single bay, so you can kind of get in and out of there quickly.
I know that always
it's good.
That weirded me out. I was like, "Hey," I looked at each window, but it all looked the same.
Well, because we're like Cosmic Raid out because, everything's different at Cosmic Rays and all the bays.
Yeah, right.
But they have some common stuff. But the Harambe Market was delicious. It's over in the corner. There's really not a whole lot of people there. Most people, if they're going to have barbecue, run up to Flame Tree, and that's why that's packed. But they have ribs and stuff at Harambe Market too.
Yeah.
So also don't sweat the small stuff. If something doesn't go right, go see a cast member, tell them what happened, like booking the fireworks cruise on top of another fast pass.
Yeah.
That was the only time we could do that. So I just told her, hey, look, is there anything you can do? She was like, oh, sure, here, And if there's not something they can do, don't like freak out on them and yell at them.
Yeah.
They can only do so much. And if you don't believe them, say, well, is there a manager I can talk to? And then they may tell you the same thing, or they can do something else. Try not to lose your cool. Don't scream at your family if you can help it.
I remember the best advice I read in the touringplans.com book, unofficial guide when we first were going to go. It was these expectations you have for your kids and that they're going to, you're spending all this money and we're going for the first time. We want to see everything. And then they do that freak out in the lobby of the hotel. So,
Right.
yeah, you gotta understand that. You gotta watch what the kids are doing, feel how they're doing, and if you gotta take a break, take a break.
Right. And you know what? If it's in the middle of your 2:00 reservation at Chef Mickey's and your child decides to throw a fit on the floor because they want to go back to the room, then somebody takes your kid back to the room and you eat at Chef Mickey's.
Yeah, you gotta
it is what it is.
You gotta recover quick.
They're kids.
Because time goes by fast.
It does.
Wow, Amy, you have been an awesome guest. I can't wait to meet you in October.
Yes, I will be there.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Margarita.
Yes, we're going to do the Mexican Pavilion October 27th. It's a Sunday,
Yes.
11 a.m. So your husband, is it just you and your husband going? Or?
Yeah, it's just us going. My friends, one of the friends that I work with, they're Disney people too. They actually got us in to buy the vacation club. They talked us into it. She has not been in a while. She had cancer. And so they've been dealing with surgeries and reconstructions and that kind of stuff. And it's time she wants to go back. It's been several years since she's been.
How's she doing?
She's ready. She's doing great, actually.
Remission?
They took everything out. Everything's good.
Celebration time.
Absolutely. So we're excited to go with them. Their son is in college now.
Yeah.
And so he will not be going because he has classes. Okay. So it really is like an adult trip. So we're kind of excited.
I love
that
it.
hopefully they get to come with us.
Our celebration time. And yeah, like you said, get the adults out. And this is going to be fun. I am so looking forward to this. And I can't wait to meet you and everybody in your family. So
yes. And you get to watch me like freak out at Hanson.
If I get in, you got a dinner package. I hope I can.
Well,
you'd have to sneak me in.
With my husband, if we need to. Yeah, it's just a sticker.
See if you can get me an extra sticker. Nice. Yeah. All right, Amy. We'll talk to you soon. See you in the Facebook group, and we'll see you later in the year.
All righty. Bye.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
All right, Amy, great job doing your trip report, telling great stories. I can't wait to meet you at the G3 this October. We've got a big meetup coming up. We got a lot of folks from the Geekin' family going to be down there. I'm so glad I get the chance to meet Amy and her husband. We're going to have an official meetup October 27th, 11 a.m. at the Mexican Pavilion. Yeah, it's the Grand Geekin' Gallery, October 2019 this year. I'm excited about that. Boy, talk about excited. Did you see the announcement of the barbecue change they're going to have over at the American Pavilion at Epcot? That was not one of my favorite places for dinner. And in the Flower and Garden, they have the smokehouse, which I had always said, why don't they do that permanently at the American Pavilion? And they listened to me. I'm so excited. I hope it's done by October, but looking forward to seeing Amy and everybody else down at the Grand Geekin' Gathering. That intro was fun, wasn't it? From my friend Connie Caldero's house. That was from a year ago. We had an amazing Ohana-themed dinner. Mom and I also went over to Connie's house last weekend. She had a retirement party, so happy retirement to Connie. And I know she's going to be booking her trip, I think, with us pretty soon, too, to go down to Disney World. So congratulations to Connie. I want to do one other shout out to cousin Heather Stone Capel. She was out in Disneyland this past week. She's posting some amazing pictures from the new Star Wars land. And, they just look phenomenal. And her kids all in front of the Millennium Falcon. Well, I immediately asked her if she could come on the podcast and tell us all about it. Yeah, we're going to have lots of geeks coming on telling us about all the Star Wars stuff. So I'm excited about that. Heather, looking forward to talking to you. Well, we do have a couple of ways you can voluntarily support us. I'm so excited and grateful for the support we've received through our Patreon.com account. Patreon.com is where you can pledge a monthly donation to our show. What makes it so exciting to me is the Patreon support was really started by our super geeks. Without me even asking, they reached out to our listeners at our 5th year anniversary for the podcast, and they really boosted the donations to the show. It's so amazing. You have no idea how cool that is for me, and I'm very grateful. So thank you so much, geeks. I'm delighted if you would like to contribute too. It's still there. You can put in a pledge, like a $5 pledge. A month is awesome. Yeah, so huge hugs and thank yous to all of you who support us through patreon.com. You can search for our podcast, Geekin' on WDW, out there on Patreon. Each week, we share awesome tips for your Disney trip planning, but you can instantly gain that advantage by booking with us. Mama, Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, and Jennifer Galambos. You can email Judy and Mama at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. You can find EJ and Jennifer on their Little Adults Facebook page because we are authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. Wow. We've been busy too because the big news of the 2020 Disney World packages, they all came out June 18th, I believe it was. But, Mom is telling me there are some slim pickings for January and February, especially for those value resorts out there in February. So, we always recommend you guys book a year in advance. And that is so true because it's got to be this Star Wars. I know that Princess Marathon is really popular in February too. We got some people that are booking for that too. So, yeah, don't hesitate. Get your deposit down on a room, especially. Don't miss out because you hesitated. If you know you're going, so get in touch with Mama and Judy and EJ and Jen. They are such a great team. They know all that technical stuff of booking, and even I can help you if you want to get on the phone with me and talk some Disney World. So don't forget about those bounce backs. It'll be interesting to see what they're doing for next year on bounce backs. But when you're down, and there's a page on my website where you can see what the current offer is. It's getting close to the middle. It's the middle of the year now, so we'll see what they start offering. But you can call a phone number down there before you leave on your latest trip. There's usually a pretty good discount there. And you can always transfer. We had several people transfer their bookings to us lately. So thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate that. That's so awesome. And the Inner Circle, don't forget, you can get into a private podcast feed. It's a username and password. Go out to the geekinonwdw.com/inner circle. You get that Geekin Gazette. I put out a weekly newsletter. Get on our email list. I got my favorite Disney news items from the week. Got info on the Disney packages when they're released from our travel agents. And of course, we got some news from our Geekin family too. You got the freebie handouts, including a free packing checklist and a spreadsheet to help plan your trip like we use for ourselves and our travel clients. You got the bonus podcast with all those episodes that are out there. So a lot of this has been supported by our Patreon supporters too. So thank you guys for helping me create that. And I'm able to give you more fun and educational Disney World content out there to our geeks. I got one more PDF coming. I'll probably be sending it this week. It is called The Geekin Family 9 Keys to a Magical Vacation. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. When I get people even at work, they walk up to me and say, "Hey, I understand you know a little bit about Disney World." I want to be able to hand them something that's really comprehensive of how to plan a Disney World vacation, how to get started, because they're always asking me all kinds of questions. So I'm going to have a little program that I can give them. And this is something that's going to be available when you sign up for our mail list and Inner Circle also. So be on the lookout for that, and definitely send me some comments once you read that. Help me make it better. I can always edit it. So I'd appreciate the feedback too. Well, I really appreciate you geeks. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.